Hello and welcome. I'm Gabriella, your yoga instructor for this session, and today I'm going to take you through a gentle yoga practice to aid digestion. In this floor and chair-based practice, I will guide you into slow-moving twists, side stretches, and poses to gently help wake up your digestive system. We finish with a seated practice to encourage healthy posture and use breath awareness to support digestive balance. You'll need a couple of props for this, so a chair, and a blanket is all you'll need. Let's get started. We're going to start an effortless rest pose. So coming onto your back with the knees bent, feet hip distance apart, you can choose to place a blanket underneath your head. And taking this moment to tune in and listen to the sensations of the body, placing the hands gently on the belly. You can softly close the eyes, relax the jaw, the mouth, and starting to tune in, to sense, to feel, to listen to the messages of your body. And noticing the breath. Becoming aware of how the breath is breathing you, moving through you. Noticing the movements of the breath. Perhaps you feel that gentle rise and fall of the belly into and away from the hands. Or perhaps you feel the flow of the breath across the upper lip into the nostrils. And perhaps you feel a gentle expansion through your heart center. All these messages your breath is sending you moment by moment to inform you that you are alive and well and safe in your body. Just taking a few more moments here. And then releasing your hands by your sides and hugging the knees into the chest. The knees are wide, and we're going to gently rock from side to side, slowly beginning to wake up our digestion. And so this hugging knee action into the chest, into the bellies, starting to gently stimulate the digestive tract. And then after that final rocking to one side, come back to center and gently guide the knees into circular motions. Moving them in one direction, in a clockwise fashion, in one direction, and then in the other direction. Good. And then coming back to center, and keep hugging the right knee as you extend the left leg out. So here we're applying a little bit more pressure into that lower right belly where our large intestine begins. Again, this area can experience a little bit more congestion. And so we're applying this gentle stimulating pressure there. You may feel some movements, some tenderness, perhaps some sounds. So just taking this moment to notice what you notice here. Excellent. Release the leg along the floor. And you're going to walk the feet to the left corner of your mat. Cross the right ankle over the left ankle. Reach your arms up overhead and take a hold of the right wrist. And then you're gently going to tug on that right wrist as you gently bend over to the left. So we're lengthening the right side of the body, The right side of the body is lengthening, extending, gently bending over to one side. And again, notice the sense of space, the sense of freedom that you're welcoming in that whole right side of the body, the right side of the abdomen, the right side of the diaphragm, your breathing muscle. And then slowly come back to center, straighten the legs, bring them back to center, and release your arms by your sides. And just taking a moment to notice what you notice, any difference between one side and the other side. And then we'll bring the left knee in towards the chest, hugging the left knee here, applying gentle, stimulating pressure to the left side of the belly. And you may notice this side feels a little bit more spacious or more open. Or you may notice other sensations, other sounds. Taking nice and easy breaths. And then release the leg along the floor. Walk the feet to the right corner of your mat. And then cross the left ankle over the right ankle. Reach the arms up overhead. You're taking a hold of the left wrist now, and you're gently tugging on that wrist, lifting the arm up and over to the right. And gently bending through that left side of the body, creating space between the ribs, between those intercostal muscles, making room for the breath. Taking a few gentle, easy breaths here. And then slowly make your way back to center. Straighten the legs. Return to effortless rest pose. And take a moment to notice what you notice. Any sense of release or softening, or perhaps you feel the sense of gentle waking up in the belly area. The sense of aliveness in this area. We're going to come into a twist. So you're going to shift the hips to the right and take the knees over to the left, stacking them on top of each other. And then bringing your arms at right angles. You can also place them lower down the body, extending the arms out if that feels comfortable. But you want to make sure that the backs of the shoulders are releasing into the floor. And another option for you is if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can place the left hand to the outside of the right knee, applying gentle pressure here. Feeling the whole right side of the body lengthening, extending, creating more space for the breath. And if it feels right for you, you can turn the head away from the knees. And so you're lengthening the left side of the neck. The jaw is soft, the facial muscles are soft. Breathing into that side body. And then slowly come back to center. Take a moment to notice what you notice. And then shift the hips over to the left, taking the knees over to the right. The arms can be at either right angles or down by your sides, or placing the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently looking away from that knee. Breathing into that left side of the body. Excellent. And then slowly come back into your effortless rest pose. Again, taking a moment to notice what you notice. And then gradually making your way over to your side and pressing yourself up onto your hands and knees. You can move the blanket out to one side. And we'll come into what in yoga is called cat's cow. So you're starting off with a flat back. As you inhale, you're going to lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the sit bones. And on the exhale, rounding the spine, chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the sit bones, arching that back. And on the exhale, rounding the back, drawing the tailbone under, chin towards the chest. And continue like this for 3 more rounds of breath at your own time. Allowing the breath to guide the movement. Let's do one more. And then returning to a neutral spine. We're going to start making circles with the hips now. Making gentle circles in a clockwise fashion. And then you're going to add the shoulders so that you're undulating the spine as you circle the hips. Having a little bit of laxity in the elbows to allow that movement of the upper body as the lower body relaxes and moves in a circular fashion. You can also add the head if you wish. You can add breath, letting out a nice big exhale. And then moving in the other direction. Circling the hips in the other direction. Adding the shoulders, undulating the spine. Adding the head. Adding breath. You can even add sound if you like, letting out a nice big sigh. And then slowly, slowly coming back into a neutral tabletop position. We're going to make our way into a squatting position, and a pose that in yoga is known as malasana, garland pose. So for this, you may need the help of a blanket. So I'm going to fold this blanket lengthwise like this and place it in the center of my mat. I'm going to come to standing and bring the heels onto the blanket, hands in front of the heart. So the feet are about hip distance apart. And I'm going to slowly, slowly start to bend the knees. Now, if you feel that lowering all the way down to the heels is a bit much for you, then you can rest the forearms on top of the thighs and you do the squatting position like this. Or you can continue lowering those sit bones, those hips down towards the floor, bringing the hands in front of the heart. And you're gently drawing the knees into the outer arms gently pressing out into the knees, lifting and lengthening the trunk, descending the sit bones towards the ground, softening the belly, softening the heart center. So garland pose is an excellent pose for stimulating digestion, for encouraging elimination. You're in the optimal position here for elimination. So taking time here to relax, soften the belly. The breath is flowing freely and easily. And again, if you've taken the forearms to the tops of the thighs, you can also do the same action. Soften the belly, soften the heart center. And so if you are In the full garland pose, you're going to gradually make your way up to this version of garland pose, pausing here. And so we all meet here. And then slowly making your way up to standing. And then coming off the blanket, taking it to one side, bringing the hands to the hips. The feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart, soft bend to the knees. And you're going to start to circle the hips. Gentle circular motions in the hips in one direction, relaxing the belly, relaxing the pelvic floor. So it's these gentle spinal motions, these gentle hip motions that allow us to bring a little bit more relaxation and ease to the belly area. Bringing a little bit more sense of balance to the workings of our digestion. And then moving in the other direction, just getting things waking up and moving in the belly area. Good. And then slowly, slowly coming back to center, and then coming back to standing. And just taking a moment just to notice what you notice. We're going to come to sit on a chair. So take a hold of your chair, place it in the center of your mat. We're going to come to sit on the chair, feet hip distance apart, really making sure that you feel that sense of grounding through the feet, making sure you feel the points of contact, your sit bones into the chair, gently rocking from side to side. I'm going to turn to the side for this next movement. So you want to make sure the spine, the pelvis is in neutral. You're not sinking into the lower back, nor are you excessively arching the lower back. Pelvis is in neutral, spine nice and long, the crown of the head extending up towards the ceiling. And we're going to come into our spinal undulations, similar to the cat-cow we did on our hands and knees. So you're going to inhale here. On the exhale, gently round the spine, chin towards the chest. On the inhale, lifting the chin, lifting the chest, gently arching the lower back. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, gently arching the back, allowing the breath to guide the movement. And gently stimulating the organs of digestion. Let's do one more. And then coming back to neutral. I'm going to turn to face you for this next movement. Our side spine undulation. So you're going to bring the hands behind the head. Elbows are pointing out to the side. And as I start to root into my right sit bone, I lift my right elbow up towards the ceiling. You may notice my left sit bone is gently lifting up. And then I'm going to press down through my left sit bone, lift my left elbow up. My right sit bone gently lifts up. And so I'm gently making these undulations through the side spine, waking up the side body, freeing the diaphragm so that we can breathe more fully, using that breath to nourish our digestive organs, and allowing the movement to gently stimulate the digestive organs as well. Just taking a few more here. And then slowly coming back to neutral. Releasing the hands. And we're going to come into a twist. So you're taking the right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right knee. As you inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. On the exhale, begin to turn. Slowly, starting with the navel, the ribs, the shoulders, gazing over that right shoulder, and using the breath to guide you into the twist. So on the inhale, you lift and lengthen. On the exhale, you turn. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn. And then on the next exhale, come back to center. And then we'll go to the other side. Left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the opposite knee. As you inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, slowly begin your turn. Turning the navel, the ribs, the shoulder, gazing over that left shoulder. Applying gentle, stimulating action to the abdominal area. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn. And then exhale, come back to center. And we're going to bring the palms of the hands together, rub the hands together, generating warmth. And then placing that warmth, that healing touch onto the belly. And relaxing the shoulders, keeping the spine upright. Taking a few moments here to welcome that sense of warmth, that sense of waking up your digestion. Excellent. Gently bring your hands in front of your heart and offer yourself a bow of gratitude for taking this time to connect with the practice of yoga, to connect with your breath, to connect with your body, to wake up your digestion. Thank you very much.